Happy Monday, 4th graders. This is the audio support video for the Story Element Google Form task cards 11 through 20. Excuse me, once again, this is the audio support video. Please read each task card carefully, view your score after you click submit, make a 70, 80, 90, or 100. But if you make below a 70, meaning if you make a 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, or a 10, please submit a new Google form. So don't turn this in just because you completed this. You have to make a 70 or above. If not, you have to do it all over again. So write your homeroom teacher's name, your first and last name. Number 11. Callie woke up in a puddle of sweat. Her cheeks burned and her head ached. She knew she was going to miss the big test in math today. So which story element is being described in this passage right here? So was a character being described? Was a problem that a character is facing being described? Or was the solution, how the character fixed the problem, being described? So character, problem, solution. What was being described right here? Number 12. Even though Noah was different than him, Caleb was still best friends with him. He did not care that he did not like video games or that he would rather watch Pokemon than play football. He accepted him just as he was. So which story element is being described in this passage? Was the theme being described? The lesson that the character is going to learn? The problem? A challenge that the character is facing? Or the setting? The location, the place, the where and when the story takes place? So what was being described up here? Theme, the problem, and setting. Don't forget to look at your notes. In the seesaw activity, you click on the arrow and you look at the 5 pages of notes if you need help. 13. Alex began to panic when he realized his mom was not in the bread aisle anymore. He ran up and down the aisles of the grocery store looking for her, but he could not find her anywhere. Which story element is being described in this passage? Setting, problem, or character? So setting would be the place, the location, the where and when. The problem would be a challenge that the character is facing, a conflict. Character, if it was describing the character's likes or dislikes, the personality of the character, what the character looks like. So select the story element for 13. 14. As the basketball game came to an end, Derek's team was only 2 points behind. The team put their hands in the middle and shouted, "Go team!" They knew that if they worked together, they could win the game. So which story element is being described in this passage? Character, meaning we have one character's likes and dislikes, describing what he or she looks like. Setting, the place, location, where and when the story takes place. Or is it theme? A lesson that the character is going to learn at the end. 15. The dog's long fingernails had poked a hole in the bottom of the plastic pool. Jeremy found duct tape and patched the hole. There was no more leak and he could swim again. Which story element is being described in this passage? Character? Was it describing a character's likes or dislikes? What they look like? Their personality? B. Theme? The lesson that the character is going to learn at the end? Or C. Solution? How the character solved the problem. How he fixed it. 16. Jennifer knew in her mind that she wanted to be a teacher. As she walked into college on the first day, all of her dreams were coming true. She could not believe that she was here. She was ready to be the best teacher she could be, no matter how hard it was. She was never going to give up. Which story element is being described in this passage? The problem? Did the author write about Jennifer's conflict, Jennifer's challenge, a problem? B. Theme? Is the character of Jennifer going to learn a lesson at the end, or is she already learning a lesson? C. Was the author describing the place, location, the where and when? 17. I could not believe my eyes as we walked through the gates of Disney World. It was buzzing with excitement. My favorite characters were walking around, and there were so many rides I did not know where to start. I couldn't tell that it I could tell that it really would be the happiest place on earth. So which story element is being described in this passage? A. Setting. Did the author describe the location and place? The where and when? B. Problem. Did the author provide a challenge, a conflict? C. Do we get information about one character, the character's likes or dislikes? 18. After the queen convinced Snow White to eat the poison apple, she was put into a deep slumber, the dwarves wondering if she would ever wake up. It was not until they found the prince and he kissed her that she was awoken. They lived happily ever after in the castle. Which story element is being described in this passage? The solution, how one character solved the problem, the challenge. B, the setting, the location, the where and when, the place that the story takes place. Or C, theme, a lesson that the character is going to learn or is learning. 19. As Cinderella was transformed into a beautiful princess, her hair sparkled and her eyes were shining. Her flowing blue dress and glittering wand made everyone stop and stare. She was the most perfect princess of all time. Which story element is being described in this passage? A. Character. Was a character being described? What she looks like? What she's wearing? That would be character. B. Theme, the lesson that the character of Cinderella is going to learn at the end, or that she's currently learning about. Or C, the solution, the way Cinderella is going to fix her problem. Last one. 20. In prehistoric times, the T-Rex dinosaur leapt across the open land searching for his next victim. Sorry guys, take two. In prehistoric times, the T-Rex dinosaur leapt across the open land searching for his next victim. Dinosaurs flew through the air. The landscape was rocky and dry, and there were no signs of humans anywhere. Which story element is being described in this passage? The solution, the way a problem was fixed and solved. B, the theme, the lesson that the character is going to learn. Or C, the location is being described, the place, the where and when. Click submit when you're done. These were the 10 task cards, 11 through 20. Once again, there were 11 through 20, meaning 10 at the end. Make it 70 or above, and I hope that you use your notes, and I hope that this video was useful. When you're done, make sure to turn this in only if you make a 70 or above. Good job, 4th graders.